Good morning, everyone. Miss McCorkle here. Today we're going to work on counting, and I'm going to try over today and next week to try to finish most of those theory sheets that you had left over from the first semester. There are just a few left in your binder that we've not completed, so I'll probably be giving you several each week, which will take you just no time to fill out because they're so easy. But we do want to finish that because I've gotten everyone a new set of theory papers ordered, and they'll be here in the next couple weeks. So you will all receive a set of theory papers, and they have a front and a back, and we'll do just one each week, but I'll give you an example. So when we do our first theory paper, when we get our new set, we'll have a front and a back, and that's what you'll do each week, so it'll be easy to keep up with. You'll have them all in a little pack that looks like this, and we'll go through, I think there's 12, so it'll finish us out for the rest of the semester. So we'll have all of our theory sheets that we need in our theory paper, Fletcher theory papers. So today we're going to review a little bit about counting, and the sheets that I want you to look for in your folder are the ones that have to do with counting. So there should be one in there that has a piano on the bottom. There should be one that has an organ on the bottom. Now, if you've already completed these, you're ahead of the game, so don't worry about it. And then there should be one that looks like this that you're going to actually write some counts and draw some notes. So that's 3 little easy sheets of writing in counts, and today we're going to work on a little bit of rhythm clapping, and we're going to kind of look at a visual today to see how notes break down, and hopefully it will make it a little bit easier for you. Okay, if you'll take a look on the board, I've drawn and this is kind of like Legos. You could fit this together with a Lego lesson, but this top one is the whole note, and it has 8 little pieces all put together to make that whole note, okay? We know that a whole note gets 4 counts, so this would be beat 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 of these little tabs fit on 1 beat, okay? So that whole note gets 4 beats. Now, if we want to divide that whole note, we can divide it right down the middle, and you see it is the same amount of beats, but you're giving the half note 2 of those beats, 1, 2, and then you're giving the other half note the 3, 4. So it's still 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, but half notes get 2 beats each. Now we can break that half note down into 2 equal parts, which will be quarter notes, and now they're 1 apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each quarter note gets 1 beat. Now we can break our quarter note down into 2 parts. It still equals 1 beat, as you see, the same size block, but it's 2 notes that have to fit on that 1 beat. So this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So each of those 8th notes, 2 of them equal 1 beat. So that means only 1/8 note gets a half of a beat. 1/8 note equals a half of a beat. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. It's a good visual. I'll try to pull it up just a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so you're going to take that information today. We're going to divide these 8th notes again, and they're going to become what we call 16th notes. So instead of having 2 notes on the one beat, we're going to change it to 4 notes on the one beat. So let me erase this, and we're going to practice doing some rhythm patterns using tas and titis and tiris. Those are going to be our new ones today. Now, some of you have heard of tiritiri before, some of my older students, but never hurts to review. All right, so let's do a rhythm pattern in 2/4 time signature, and let's give our first one a quarter note, and then 2 eighth notes, and then a half note. All right, so the way we would count this would be 1, 2, and 1, 2. And if we're going to clap the rhythm, we call our quarter notes ta, and we call our eighth notes that are joined together titi. And if it's a half note, it's a ta, ah. Ta, titi, ta, ah. So if I were clapping this rhythm, this is what it would sound like. Ta, titi, ta, ah. I don't clap on the extra beat, I just shake, because that's a half note and it gets an extra beat while we hold. I'm gonna do that one more time. Ta, titi, ta, ah. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, now let's take, let me just erase that one, and I'm going to show you the 16th notes now. I love doing 16th notes because they're so fun to clap. All right, so we're going to take those 8th notes that we've had, and basically 1 8th note will become 2 16th notes. So we have 1, 2, 8th notes. We're going to divide that 8th note into 2 notes. And we're going to divide that 8th note into 2 notes. And they're going to all have stems and a beam. But since we're making them 16ths, they don't have just 1 beam, they have 2 beams. So we will call the 2 8th notes T, T, and you will call the 4 16th notes tiri, tiri. Now you'll want to write that down in your workbook because you're going to use those. I'm going to send you some little cards with rhythms on them for you to practice clapping and counting, and this is going to be included. So make sure you understand how to write the rhythms. You'll write these little syllables in. If it's a quarter note, you'll write ta. If it's 2 8ths, you'll write tt. And if it's 4 16th notes, you'll write tiri, tiri. Okay? You got a minute to get that down. And you can rewind it if you need to have enough time to get that down. I'm going to write your rhythm out now that we're going to clap. All right, so here comes the fun stuff. So we're going to do a group of 16th notes first. So there are 4 notes joined together with 2 beams, and they're called 16th notes. No longer 8th notes with 1 beam, now they're 16ths. Now we're going to draw 2 8th notes with just 1 beam, so write that down. Another set of 4/16. Remember, 2 beams across the top and a quarter note to end it. Okay, and I'm going to put a time signature at the beginning. You probably already can figure it out. This time signature is 4/4 because there are 4 beats there. All of this fits on 1 beat. All of this fits on 1. This is 1 and this is 1. So this is beat. We're going to write in tiri, tiri. This is a titi. Another tiritiri. Tiri, tiri, and then a ta at the end. Okay, now watch what this sounds like when you're clapping it. Tiri, tiri, ti, ti, tiri, tiri, ta. I'm going to do it again. Tiri, tiri, ti, ti, tiri, tiri, ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So this is my beat 1. All of this fits on beat 1. All of this fits on beat 2. All of this fits on beat 3. And this is our beat 4. All right, so let me clap that again for you. So notice how I'm getting all of those 4 notes on 1 beat, so they go quickly. Okay, so those cards that I send you are going to have a lot of different rhythm patterns, so you'll want to write them in your workbook and just practice clapping them. That's all. I just want you to work on some rhythms and fill in those 3 sheets with counting that I showed you at the beginning. And that's it for today. So we're just working on counting, and as we introduce the 16th notes, the tas, the titis, and the tiri-tiris, just be careful with those and practice clapping. All right, I hope you have a great week. This is another short video. Make sure you've practiced, worked on your flashcards for the Name That Note app. Practice Name That Note app, and then do your theory video and your little counting sheets. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you at your lesson this week. Have a great day. See you soon.